is a Bramble Jam podcast.
So what?
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Oh, Descendants. Yeah. You know what we're excited about? Not talking about 9/11. That's what we're excited about. Yeah. If you're watching on YouTube.
Did you not see the end credit scene?
They're all in high school. And they think like a pumpkin did it or something.
Everyone's getting checked out. And it's like, why is everyone getting checked out?
Yeah. If you notice, we're wearing the same exact outfits from our Tiger Cruise episode. That's mere coincidence.
That's right.
It's mere coincidence is all
We just
that
had
is.
such a good day last week
Yeah.
that we were like, what if we did everything the same?
Yeah.
Would it still be a good
Let's
day?
repeat
Let's
And
find out.
so far, yes.
So far,
So
so
far,
good.
so good. We're talking Halloweentown High today, which I'm really excited about. But what I'm even more excited about, Dan, is finding out if we have any new reviews.
We don't. I know it's tough out there, but at this rate, what we know for sure is we don't have to do this after the DComs are over. That's what we know for sure, because I don't think we're getting to 300, which we need to. We got 155. We're 53 movies in. You can't like our odds. You can't like our odds there, Bryn. The math doesn't math for you. So.
Okay.
Well, we're not even halfway through the DComs and we're halfway to our goals.
Okay,
so...
but we got 100 in like the first 10. In the last 43-ish.
Yeah, but that's not getting any room. That's not giving any room for growth. You think that we're just going to stay stagnant? But if people leave reviews, then we won't. That's the whole thing.
All right,
It's cyclical.
I'm here for it. Leave the reviews. Leave them, please.
We would love it. We would love
that.
We would love for that to happen. I would also love to do a little delish, if you don't mind.
Oh, you want to do it?
No, but I would love to partake in it. Aaron, every week you bring a snack or a beverage of sorts that is in some way themed to the movie in which we're watching today.
I brought orange seltzer.
That's exactly right. Orange for Halloween. We are talking Halloweentown High today. So what did you bring for us, Aaron?
I brought pumpkin whoopie pies.
Come on, man. This look great. If there were chocolate chips in the cream, it might be the best thing of all time.
So what's going on? So what's going on here? Pumpkin cookies and cream in the middle?
Well, it's like a pumpkin cake.
Yeah.
A pumpkin cake.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay.
And then a cream cheese filling.
All right.
This is it's heavy.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Our frosting's really good.
This is so good. Brain doesn't do cream cheese.
I don't do cream cheese, but the pumpkin's really yummy.
It's so good.
The tie-in being pumpkins. Yep.
Pumpkin town.
And
It's
that
better than I thought it was.
and that
It's really, really good.
Marnie's nerdy brother almost made Whoopi with
Marnie's nerdy brother.
the zombie, whatever.
She's a troll.
Troll, sorry.
How dare you?
Spoiler alert, if you will. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, when I was making these, the amount of pumpkin I had to put in there per the recipe, I was like, it's going to overpower everything else. But it doesn't.
It doesn't. But I'm telling you, throw some chocolate chips in
Yeah,
that cream
I
cheese
thought about
filling.
it. Well,
Oh,
I thought
okay.
about putting them in the cookie.
Oh, that works
but
too. A pumpkin chocolate chip muffin is one of my favorite things in the world. And I don't know why. And I don't ever eat one, but like if people have them, I'm like, this is amazing.
Just hypothetically, if I was making two delicious at the same time and one was very chocolatey, it is what stopped me from putting chocolate. If I had done that,
Which you don't.
If I killed
You do
it.
this weekly
yes,
in our kitchen.
but in that stove, which we don't have.
Yeah, no, we don't.
Never had a stove.
No way.
Don't
no how.
ask us about it.
Don't ask us about the stove. We don't have one, so don't ask about it.
Yeah. Why would we? That'd be against fire code.
Aaron, did you ever make themed snacks for decom premieres when you were a kid? Were you ever like, this one seems fun?
No.
Okay.
Not themed. I did have a Descendants watch party, and I made snacks for my friends to come over and eat while we watched Descendants.
There you go.
And I guess the snack I made had apple, so I guess it could have been themed.
There you go.
Bram's like, Dan, we got any reviews? No. Aaron, did you ever make snacks with decom? No. We know on a podcast so well.
I'm striking out.
On
Let's
Decom Descendants.
let's take a break. We'll come back.
Brands.
We will get to Halloweentown High Here on
Decom Descendants.
Just trying to make conversation.
She said no.
Welcome back, everybody.
That was a complete sentence, Brandon.
Decom Descendants Halloweentown High this week, also known as Halloweentown 3 if you're a monster and don't have all the names memorized. What's the second one? What's the second one called?
Halloweentown 2.
Calabar's Revenge.
Calabar's Revenge. That's right. That was
Calabar, that name you both remember so well.
Hey!
Calabasas.
Calamari.
I could eat 100 of these.
100.
I mean,
Let's bring them in.
dude,
Do you want more?
they're amazing. Do you have more?
Not on me, but I could swing by.
So we're talking
I can swing
Halloweentown.
by 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh, you move?
To the White House.
Wow.
Please. Could you?
Yeah. Probably a little late for my political career at this point, I think.
It's
Based on
early.
who's in charge of our country right now, like you're
It's real
you're
early.
too
You're
young.
right.
You're too
Yeah,
young.
50 years
You
ahead of
can
me.
barely run.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. We're talking Halloweentown High today. I'm excited about this one. They're going to go to Halloweentown. They're going to go to high school there, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Halloweentown High came out on October 8th,
Came out
2004.
2 days. Oh, October. No, you said, didn't you say that?
August 6th.
August 6th. That's
August
right.
6th,
October 8th.
and then
Yeah,
October
yeah,
8th.
got
So
it.
2 months and 2 days.
Mhm.
For those of you who keep a track at home of when Tiger Cruise came out. Written by Dan
I mean, we're all marking our
We
calendars.
all mark our calendars based upon the Tiger Cruise release. That's
Berenson.
exactly right. Yeah.
Directed by Mark A.Z. Dippy.
Dippy?
You know him, you love him.
What's he dipping
Director
doing?
of Pixel Perfect. And then he got another one with Halloweentown High.
sure
and that's
it's not
going to be it.
Dippay?
Oh, we missed Frankenfish?
I think it is Depay, yeah. But we can, if we want to continue the Depay Fest, we can go into.
There's an accent on the E. It's to pay.
It's
Depay.
Depay. Yeah.
We can next we could watch Garfield Gets Real, Garfield Run Fun Fest. We could watch Garfield's Pet Force. So lots of Garfields.
Lots of
is in our
Garfield.
future for those that are going to continue the Depay
Depay, yeah.
Fest.
Depay it forward. So people say we shouldn't do 2 of these in a row.
Hey, is that movie good?
It's not good.
Okay, because I
It's
freaking loved it, and I don't know, like
Which movie?
the Haley
Pay it
Joel
forward.
Osment Kevin Spacey movie.
Yeah, I freaking loved it.
Oh, pay forward.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
Oh, it made me so sad. I watched it at home with my family, and it made me so sad. And
Yeah,
then
it's
I
a
had to
bummer.
watch it. I took a psychology class in high school, and she had us watch it, and I thought of every excuse I could possibly think of to get out of
I
that
actually
class.
think that's maybe how I watched it too.
I was like,
Some
I don't
sort
know,
of class in school. Pay
I
it
don't know
forward.
why we're doing this.
Pay It Forward is a good movie, like John Q is a good movie.
Oh, I freaking love John Q. You know that about me.
Exactly. So like, it's not a good movie.
Did you ever
but-
have to watch multiple times in school that movie with it's something about lions?
Secondhand Lions?
Secondhand
With
Lions.
Haley Joel Osment, Michael Caine, and Robert
for
Duvall?
some reason that movie was like the go-to, and
was
when
PG.
when it was an off day
Yeah.
in school, and
My dad loves
I
that
watched
movie.
it like 3 or 4 times.
It's
throughout
not
high
a bad
school.
movie. That's a fun movie.
There's Secondhand Lions.
Secondhand Lions.
No, the other movie that we watched that I remember distinctly was we watched A Beautiful Mind, and
Sure.
within 5 minutes, our teacher, I had seen A Beautiful Mind as well, and knew the twist.
Yeah.
And within 5 minutes of starting the movie, our teacher told the class the twist.
Why would they do that?
And I've never been so angry.
Sorry, the twist of what?
A Beautiful,
Beautiful
Mind.
Mind.
Oh, wow.
Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?
I
Bryce?
have, but I'm trying to remember what the twist is. It's
Well,
clearly
we
been a long
can
time.
spoiler alert it right now. Big spoiler alert. You can
Spoiler
hit
alert.
mute for the next 15 seconds.
Please don't listen.
All the people that Russell Crowe is talking to for most of the movie are not real.
He's
They're
schizophrenic.
fiction. He's
Yes.
schizophrenic. Paul
So
Bettany.
the kid, we did make it to like the first
I wanna
scene
rewatch
of
that
him
movie.
being
Not
like
bad.
chased by the agents, and all the boys in my class
boys in
were
the
like
yard.
so into this. We didn't know this was going to be like a spy movie. They were
Yeah.
so into it, and the teacher's like, they're not really there, he's schizophrenic.
Whoa!
And
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
And maybe this is why I'm so adamant about not spoiling it, because I want to see your actual reaction. Because I was like, how could you tell them that? Like, that's
Can I tell you, for all the BS that I give you guys about not telling me it was a 9/11 movie, I 100% prefer to go into these movies knowing nothing, and I do appreciate it. The 9/11 one, though, it was like,
yeah. But
you guys were laughing like this is going to be fun, and it's like there wasn't tigers.
I've just
or
seen when
cruises.
you,
I was
I
thinking
knew
Jungle
how
Cruise.
you were going to react to that movie, and I was just excited for your reaction. Like, I knew it. But yeah.
Glad I
So,
could be of service.
shout out to that teacher whose name I
What's his name?
can't think
It's
of her
got to
name.
be her name. It's a her.
Mhm.
Man, I had pictured a dude going, it was just schizophrenic or whatever.
No, I think she thought she was helping the kids get more invested, but really, like, they were already so invested, and I think it would have blown some of their minds.
Didn't want them to be invested for the wrong reason.
But
I was.
this is also a class where we went off the rails halfway through the semester. Like, we had block scheduling, so we only had the class for one semester.
Love block scheduling.
And we ended up somehow discussing ghosts one day. And
Yes.
so not part of the curriculum and not something she did in any other of her other psych classes. We did a ghost hunter unit.
Yeah.
And she brought in a ghost hunter from like PBS or something like that
Brand missed out.
to talk to our class. We went on a
Phenomenal.
field. I didn't go, but they went on a field trip
See,
because
this
there was
is why
like
I
a metal
loved-
shop nearby that had supposedly a ghost. So like some kids went at night to scope it out.
Amazing.
In 2000,
That's why I loved block scheduling as a high schooler, because it was so easy to get off task, because you're tricked into thinking you have more time because you got more time in one singular day. So we can goof off some.
Yeah.
But then then the last
Yeah, we
You
spent
get
a few
less
weeks
accomplished.
last
discussing,
couple weeks
discussing
you've
ghosts
really got to jam it all in there.
and ghost hunting
In-
and that's that and watching Pay It Forward and Beautiful Mind are what I remember from that class.
fair. It's block scheduling.
You got today.
Also, something else I can't mention on this podcast just came to my mind from that class. But
Can't mention this.
Nothing-
What could have
I
possibly
can't
happened
mention.
in a high school psych class that you can't mention on this
I will
podcast?
tell you after off air.
You gave out my address.
I edited that out, but I'll say it again.
Did she bring in like Michael Jackson to talk to you
What
guys?
in the
Like
world could
what
have
could it
happened, Aaron,
been?
that is not appropriate for decom descendants?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it a crime?
After
No.
watching
Okay.
Pay It Forward, did she bring in Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
What could it have been?
Yeah. Like, I'm thinking full criminal activity right now.
No.
Okay.
She did have us filling bags of cocaine throughout every
Yeah.
day
Yeah,
in
yeah.
class,
Yeah. But yeah, any actual psych related stuff I don't remember from that class.
Fun fact, in 2018, I spoke in chapel to a bunch of middle school kids and spoiled The Sixth Sense for them almost 30 years after the release of the movie. And I got an email from a parent. The movie's almost
Yeah, that's not
30
your
years
place,
old.
though. As somebody who's excited to watch those movies with my kids, I'd
Okay.
be pretty bummed.
1995, though, Bran. And I didn't spoil it all. Like, I don't know.
You'd
I
be
will
pretty
say-
bummed.
I will say having kids, well, I had kids in 18, but having kids, I do see that. But
We
I
just talked about how excited we
But I
are to
mean-
watch all these movies with our
correct,
kids.
but I don't care. Like 30 years old, one
Yeah.
movie, I don't care. Whatever.
It's not just one movie.
There
It's
is
the movie.
It is not the movie.
It is the
It's
movie.
not even the best Shyamalan.
So
movie.
all that to say, Mark A.Z. DePay
Yeah.
directed this movie.
I would say I think there is a time limit on when you
I agree.
shouldn't. And at that point, now if you have been queuing up a synopsis because you were about to show
I would
that
have
group
never.
of kids, then don't
Yeah.
do that.
No, that's the worst.
But if it
it was
was,
for a sermon illustration.
I think it's fair game.
He sees dead people. God sees you.
You
You're
desperately
currently
want to
dead.
know the illustration, don't you?
That's pretty good, though, right?
It's not bad.
When you may know the famous quote, "I see dead people" from the movie The Sixth Sense, but I know it
Yes.
from my life
That's right.
because God looked at me and He said, "I see dead people. I see you, and I
Yeah,
choose
you
you."
were some kind of zombie.
Amen.
Amen.
Starring Debbie Reynolds, Kimberly J Brown, Joey Zimmerman, Judith Hogue, Emily Roske.
Be careful who you're calling a hoe. Okay? I don't want like.
They were all in Sixth Sense as well as
Yeah,
Halloweentown
crazy.
High.
They were. Yeah.
I
M. Night
remember that.
Shyamalan got the most out of them. Yeah.
I mean, they were all like ghosts and stuff.
That's fair.
Lots of makeup. Big thunder, big narration is how this movie starts off. Marnie is preparing to speak to the Halloweentown Council. We know them. We love them.
We've definitely seen them before.
We know about the council.
Yeah, the council's a big part of this series.
Yes. She is trying to convince the Halloweentown Council that now that there's a portal and it's open 24/7, that the mortal world and Halloweentown
24/7 was too long to say.
24/7.
That's exactly right.
365.
That's exactly right. You get it. The mortal world and Halloweentown should collab more, a little bit more of a collaboration.
Yeah.
And so she proposes bringing a group of Halloweentown students
It's
to
like the
her.
mortal world featuring Halloween.
Yes, that's exactly right. Which is what this movie is.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So
Do
she
we
proposed.
know the time difference between 2 and 3?
I think one's Eastern time and one is Central time. I don't know.
1 hour.
1 hour.
What are you talking? I got you.
I
Well,
want to
guess
say
it's at
two.
least a year. It's at least a year, if not 2.
I think it's 2 years.
because the second one also takes place on Halloween.
Halloweentown 2.
Because
2001. So 3 years. So 3 years different.
Is it 3 years in?
Oh, I don't know.
I was just wondering, movie wise, because it has to be at least a year. Because in the second one, it's on Halloween when she keeps the portal open, not just on Halloween. She opens it permanently. And this is taking place also around Halloween. So that portal has been free, open 24/7 for a year, and we're just now meeting with the council. Like, do they have a very big agenda?
Yeah, it's what they.
We know all about the council. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry. I was just saying, I didn't think about that until right now. I was like, that thing was just open for a year, and the council was like, wait a minute.
Halloweentown.
We have to meet right now.
Halloweentown 2, the first decom after 9/11. Halloweentown High, first movie after Tiger Cruise.
There you go. Dude,
I
tell me
don't
the
know.
Illuminati's not real.
I don't know.
Tell me the Illuminati's not real.
Man. I don't know. I don't know what you want.
What's going to help these kids through tragedy?
Halloweentown. We'll do it again. It worked so well the first time. Let's do it again. So she, what if that was the agreement? We will only do another Halloweentown.
If it's after some sort of 9/11,
9/11
that's
time.
we have Halloweentown High as being responsible for Tiger Cruise. Interesting.
Yes, that's the world in which we live in. So she proposes that a group of Halloweentown students come to her high school in the mortal worlds. The Halloweentown Council agrees to this plan after basically Marnie is like, this. I know this is going to work. I bet all my magic on it. It's going to be a whole thing. It's going to be great. And if she does not prove that she is right by midnight on Halloween, then her entire family is going to lose their magic. Those are the stakes. Those are the stakes, everybody. There's also...
Which is just something she says because she gets angry at the council.
Yeah,
I bet my magic on it.
And they're like, great, see you later.
Oh, we got it? We got it? All right, we'll see you. Bye.
There's a bit of concern as well that this could upset the Knights. The Knights have always
round
wanted
table.
to destroy the magic.
Yes.
But I'm sure there's nothing to worry about in regard to... You see how I said regard?
Knights don't exist anymore.
Very good, Brain.
No.
I'm so proud of you. See, that's learning.
I'm putting in the work.
You are.
Putting in the work.
See, but the thing is if I had corrected you on that all these years, you would have been like, you correct me on everything. But if I don't correct you, then it's like you knew I was doing it wrong and I never corrected
I just need to learn it on my own time.
Yeah.
See?
It had to come up organically and I had to correct Brian for you to learn it. That's what had to happen.
You get it? You get it. I learn better that way. I'm a free thinker.
Yeah. Okay.
There's some concern. Oh yeah.
Bracket number 1, everybody.
the first day
in regards to his list.
Yeah.
That's right. Thank you.
No learning.
The first day.
In regard to synopsis, so much learning.
Thank you. The first day is here, and the Halloweentown kids are given human disguises to try to fit in. Obviously, they can't walk around looking like trolls.
No. Can't be themselves.
No. So school begins with Marnie basically acting like a tour guide for
Canadian.
They're kind of like, yes, it's an exchange student program basically. And Grandma is going to be a substitute teacher. She's going to be a teacher at this school. One, obviously, to help make the Halloweentown kids more comfortable, but also to show off her teaching skills. I'm sure it's going to be great. Cody is a new student. Cody is going to be this movie's romantic interest for Marnie, because
Cute boy Cody.
we need one. We need one.
We got to have one.
And Cody is here, and Cody is cute. So Grandma is not good at teaching. So
anything.
No, yes.
And they try her at all of it.
They try her at all of it. They say, let's
English,
just try it all.
history, doesn't science, let's try it.
Yeah, science, English,
And that's
history,
how teachers work. They're just
gym.
teachers of everything. And you just get, it's luck of the draw. Wherever you wind up as a teacher.
And we find out that the Halloweentown students have a bit of it's like a teacher's lounge, but for freaks. It's like a freak lounge.
Yeah. It's in a locker, but they kind of teleport in there, kind of.
That's exactly
which
right.
doesn't look weird to anybody
At all.
Anybody in the
No,
hallway.
it's normal.
To have a dozen people coming in and out of a locker.
It's all normal. It's all above board.
That's right. You might be wondering to yourself, why does Grandma keep her job as teacher? And it is because Principal has the hots for her.
But maybe, and it might also be something to do with the nights.
He may be
no,
bad.
but it's also that he has the hots for.
Yeah,
he may be bad. It's tough.
It's everyone's got a love interest.
Listen, villains can be horn dogs too, and there's nothing that they can do.
Villains can be horn dogs too.
Put that on the weekly shirt. Remember when we talked about doing weekly shirts?
That's as bad an idea as the Daily Minute is. Maybe worse.
Whoa, thank you. By the way, I appreciate that.
I don't know if I want to co-sign on villains can
be horn dogs too.
They
as well
also.
Tambien.
So Marnie begins
in regard to villains.
In regard to villains. That's right.
That's right.
Everything in you, Brain, wants to say in regards to villains, doesn't it?
No.
Okay.
I've learned and I've grown. And
I send you my warmest regards that you've learned to say the word correctly.
Thank you. Regardless of the snark, I appreciate it. Marnie begins to encourage the Halloweentown students to not just spend all their time in the freak lounge, but to, maybe
villains can be horn dogs too. But you better not spend all your time in the freak lounge.
That's exactly right.
You should be above board.
The whole point of this program is to be intermingling.
That's right.
That's right.
Not in the freak lounge.
So
intermingling with
take your good jumps and join a sports team. Go make some new friends, all that good stuff.
And then she's like, hey, you're an ogre. You know what you'd be really great at?
Wrestling.
And he's like, I don't really like violence. I like collecting stamps. So you know what, Marnie? We're all learning lessons.
We are,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Don't judge a book by its cover. Marnie, one day...
And the school does have a stamp club, just so we're all,
thank God.
We're all clear.
Yeah, so maybe...
Caught a break there. Caught a break there.
So far, so good in regard to the situation with knights. What's the deal with the knights? I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, except one day a giant dagger, the image of a dagger appears.
It's like a chalk drawing.
Yeah, in the courtyard of the school. And so that seems bad. So Marnie sees that and says...
And it's where we learn Grandma Aggie has power to control the weather.
Yep.
Because she calls a rainstorm to wash
it
away.
away.
You can paint a pretty picture, but you can't predict the weather.
Amen, brother. So Marnie sees this and says, I know what we're going to do. Let's go to the mall
today.
They go to the mall to celebrate, another day and to try to just kind of like get used to being around other people and having fun. Like, this world isn't so bad. We have the mall. And
did you guys hang out at the mall a lot growing up?
No.
Very rarely. I wasn't allowed to hang out with, until I was in high school. My parents wouldn't drop me off in middle school. Like, a lot of my friends in middle school were dropped off at the mall to hang.
No, we didn't do that. But high school, it was like, for a certain point, like you had to get your parents involved to drive you to the mall.
Yeah.
And then once my friend had her license, we just went to the mall whenever we could. Like, for no reason. Like,
just
we weren't buying anything, but it was just like,
out.
let's go to the mall.
Yeah. Our mall was Walmart. We would walk to Walmart.
That's fair.
Walmart.
Classic Florida situation.
But yeah, we had a mall very much like the Greenville Mall. So it was just fun to walk
the
around.
Haywood Mall? Because there used to be something called the Greenville Mall by the Woodruff Road movies.
The mall
and it was
in
trash.
Greenville.
Yeah. Shout out to Haywood Mall.
Which is thriving in the year of our Lord 2025.
It is like the place to be. People are all over that. I mean, like the food court's great.
Yeah, you can never find parking.
It's unbelievable.
We should have our studio in there.
We almost had our studio in Haywood Mall. True story.
No. I've heard this story.
Santa was going to be.
I have heard this story, and I just have, like, not quite PTSD because it didn't happen, but trying to keep track of the two of you in a mall.
Well, Lego store's right over there.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go check out the Lego
Imagine
store.
the Auntie Anne's. Imagine how much Auntie Anne's spin move we would consume. I mean, sheesh.
But I can just imagine we would have like, you know, a 10-minute break in between recordings, and then me needing to go find you guys like in a Spencer's Gifts or something. Like, guys, we
Spencer's Gifts. Come on. I'm
Santa's
offended.
there. Santa's there.
Hot
and
Topic,
The Lego
okay.
store's there. Hot Topic's right over there. The Apple store.
I'm
Let's go play with the
I'm
things.
sure there is.
It's like 5 shoe stores.
There
Probably
is like
Lids.
a massage chair somewhere that, you know,
Yeah.
we'll never see Brand again.
I do love a massage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember you telling me this, and I just had like a mini panic attack where I was like, we would never get anything done.
We would get a lot. We would get a lot done.
How dare you?
Recording wise?
Yeah, we would try to get it done quicker so we can go.
We
and do
could
the
go hang
things.
out in the mall. We would 100%.
Our episodes would be 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Our episodes
Movie
would
good.
be, movie was great.
Movie good. Movie thumb down.
I gotta go get my ears pierced at Claire's.
Yeah. Orange
That's right.
Julius. Call him a name.
Also, parking would be a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Can
But
you-
no. That was the thing about it, and we're fully off the reservation.
Did
at
it
this
come
point.
with parking?
If you got there before the mall opened, there was an parking and an entrance that was separate, and it would have been really smooth. Like, and we could have done all-nighter stuff there. It would have been. We could get in the mall whenever we wanted. We could literally get in the mall any time of day or night.
Should we revisit mall?
Yeah, all of a sudden, Aaron
I'm
wants
back
to
on board.
rob some Claire's stores. So there's that. But they do go to the mall in Halloweentown High, bringing
Yeah.
back kids.
Anyway, back to that.
Yeah.
I just had some nice mall feels
Yeah.
there.
She loses them. She finds them. Purple cloud appears. And
Should we talk about the Cody part of this scene?
where she's just with Cody? What happens with
Cody had asked her out.
Yes.
Because she all movie has kind of been like, oh my gosh, I like this boy and I think he likes me. And everyone's kind of like, hey, remember the last time you liked a boy?
Did not go well.
Didn't have to go well for anybody. And she's like, oh my gosh, Cody is so great. He would never do that. And Cody passes her a note, which awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love
Love
passing
a pass
notes.
note. Just being like, do you want to go out with me on Saturday? And she says yes. And then they don't talk about it again until Saturday. And he shows up Saturday morning at her house. And she's like, I thought our date was tonight. I didn't know you meant now.
It's the weirdest. This movie.
It's so, but he follows her to the mall, which again could be really cute, but if he's a bad guy, could be really bad. So
You're doing a lot of the legwork here to give cute to that. He shows up at her house in the middle of the day, having not planned a date, and just going, "You're not going to hang out with me? Oh, you're doing something else where I'm following you."
yeah.
That is not normal behavior.
It's cute.
Well, it's one of those things where like
I said it's cute. It's cute.
well, like you take like a Hallmark movie, as long as you know both leads are like attracted to each other, their actions come off as cute. But as soon as one of them is like, I don't like this, then any Hallmark hijink becomes a horror movie.
Yeah, easily. Some do even when they are attracted to each other.
Yes.
Some do even when they are. That's not the fix.
So Marnie thought it was cute that Cody was so into her that he showed up at the mall.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd find that cute.
You're
Be
here
like,
too? Oh my God.
like I told you I was busy. Need some space.
You're-
We haven't
you're-
even been
you're-
out yet.
I can't believe it. I'm at the mall. It's unbelievable.
But anyway, at this point, we still don't know if Cody is good or bad. And then there is an attack on the Halloweentown students.
Is that a coincidence? Cody's there, an attack happens.
outside of a Halloweentown
We're making
store.
this movie sound so
And
much
what do
better
they
than it is.
find?
I'm
What
just
do
letting
they
you know right now.
So all of the Halloweentown students, their disguises like disappear
They're
too.
human
Yes,
suits.
and a dagger.
Didn't
Is,
like saying that.
a dagger.
They're human suits, skin suits,
Can I wear your skin?
skin suits in the freak lounge. You know what I mean,
Dude, it's a freak off.
Even villains can be horn dogs too. You know, with their skin
I'd
suits
rather
in the
wear a
freak
shirt
lounge.
that said like Freak Lounge.
Skin suits in the freak lounge. I would never wear that shirt.
No.
Just freak lounge.
Just Freak Lounge.
Too much time in the freak lounge. Nope.
So
Dagger. They find a dagger.
they find a dagger, and Grandma is later on is like talking to Marnie and is like, "Hey, maybe pump the brakes on Cody."
Your track record is
Yes.
and that's good.
Fair. It's fair. But Marnie is then like, but what about the principal? It's a whole thing.
Yeah. Grandma, what if your taste in men is also
That's
trash?
right. A lot of accusations.
Family tradition. Just
Yeah.
passed down generation
Cromwell
to
women
generation. That's
don't
right.
have good taste in men.
No.
Yes. So, there's a carnival. Is that what's next? Did I just skip a big
they're
thing?
They're planning a carnival.
Yeah. Next thing I have is carnival. So apparently I was really locked in. What happens from mall to carnival?
So they're planning a carnival. They decide the school is doing a Halloween carnival on Halloween night. Obviously,
they have unlimited budget.
Unlimited budget. They decide that they're gonna do a like haunted house, but they're really just gonna depict Halloweentown and kind of show people that monsters aren't scary.
Dang it.
And we can be integrated here. It's a whole integration message. There is one of, I can't remember, Cassie goes missing.
Yes. Cassie goes missing.
Cassie, one of the students, goes missing, and
she's gone for a long time.
What's his face from High School Musical? I don't know his name in this movie.
His name in this movie
Bob to the Top
is
Bob to the Top.
Not he's
cool.
Bob to the Top.
I'll get it. I have it.
Yeah. So anyway, he's there, and he like there's this thing called a witch's glass, which is like a mirror, but it's how witches can communicate to each other.
Yeah.
It's a witch glass.
Like goes back to his room and like takes out his witch glass, and there's Cassie. So he runs off. You know, should he tell someone like, "Hey, I found Cassie"? No, he doesn't tell anybody. He runs off to the school to meet with his dad, who's on the council.
Yes, boy's name is Ethan. Dad's name is Edgar.
Ethan and Edgar,
big deal on the council.
Ethan runs to the school. There is his dad and the principal. Turns out the principal is a knight.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
where's the ring?
Where's the big gross ring? The dad wants this exchange program to fail. He wants the Cromwell magic.
He wants the Cromwell magic.
He wants that portal closed. So Ethan agreed to help him.
That's why you don't bet your magic.
Yeah,
never bet your
Ethan
magic.
agreed to help him with like
or bet on the magic. As
fun
Brandon can attest.
hijinks. So he like planted the dagger at the Halloweentown store at the mall so that it would look like the knights were there. But he is now out on this plan because he didn't know that people were going to get hurt. And now that Cassie has been captured, he is out on this plan.
He's out.
But
is it too late?
It's not.
And now we're at the carnival.
Yes, we're at the carnival. Can we talk about how big a deal this carnival is?
It's just unbelievable. The budget is tens of thousands of dollars.
They fundraise all year for this one event. They don't do anything else all year, but Halloween carnival,
big
all
deal.
in.
Haunted house, no scaries.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The house is built with Marnie's magic.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Nobody
impressive.
blinks at how extravagant it is. It's unbelievable.
How it just popped up.
Yeah.
Not even overnight. It popped up in a minute.
So
but everyone's upset because it's not scary.
It's not scary. It's not scary at all, and there's a lot of pushback there. A lot of pushback. Luckily, Cody is there to tell everybody to just calm down. Calm down.
Yeah.
And the students end up revealing themselves to be.
Cody and Marnie she has told Cody at this point that she's a witch.
Has she? Okay, great. Love that.
Yes, and
weren't they like they were sitting on a hay bale or something. And she told him?
Well, I think it's the night before now because he's like, hey, I had this really weird dream that you told me we were a witch and we were like flying on a broom, and she's like,
why did he have that dream?
It wasn't a dream. It really happened. But he was like, oh, and she's like, no, like I am a witch. So then we're at the carnival and Edgar shows up and he's not happy with how well things seem to be going.
Yeah.
So he brings the characters in the haunted house to life.
Yes.
In an evil way.
Makes it scary.
Yeah.
An actual haunted house.
So a bunch of ogres who were just sitting around having a barbecue are now trying to eat the humans.
That's right.
So.
That's
and now everyone's
escalated
scared
quickly.
And he's like, see, they'll never accept you. Haha, you failed. I get your magic.
Immediately sucks the magic out of them.
That's right.
And Cody, well, at first,
the end. Roll the credits.
The monsters are wreaking havoc on the carnival, and Cody, the witches are trying, the Cromwell witches are trying to stop it, and it's not working, and they can't figure out why it's not working. And Cody's like, oh my gosh, Marnie, I thought you were a good witch. Why are you so evil? And then they find Edgar and realize that he's behind all of it.
Yeah.
We find out the principal is one of the knights, and Aggie is so disappointed because the knights are racist and
oh no,
I can't believe you would do that
against witches.
Against witches.
Yeah, and then Edgar takes their magic, and all hope is lost.
That's it.
Until it's not.
Until it's not.
They get their magic back, and it's barely an inconvenience.
Barely.
They do this thing in every movie.
We forgot about the plot, the shenanigans.
What's shenanigans?
So after Cassie is missing, the three witches, Aggie and the mom and
that's right. She goes.
Marnie. They all talk and they're like,
they
"Right,
all put their hands in.
We all know what we're supposed to do, and we, as viewers, don't know what they're doing."
It's funny.
And the mom's been in there the whole time.
The mom has been in the witch glass world. She finds Cassie,
rescues Cassie,
and she also was broadcasting this whole event
to the council.
To the council,
right.
so they can see how evil Edgar is.
That's right.
So the Cromwells get their magic back. We found Cassie. They take Edgar's magic. The principal takes his gross ring, tosses it in somewhere, and just goes, "I don't want to be a knight."
Yeah.
Oh, because Aggie got hurt, and he really loves Aggie, and he was, again, with Ethan, he was in on this plot as long as no one got hurt.
Right.
I'll steal a magic. I'll steal a witch's magic.
Yes.
Yeah,
but I'm
no
not
one
going to
should
do it
have
if somebody's
magic.
getting hurt.
Yeah. But Aggie is now hurt, and I love Aggie, so I'm out too.
This is tough, though, because I hate magic, but someone with magic's hot. Like,
Yeah.
she's a
It's
hottie.
tough. It's a hard.
And then
all
all of this point, all the Halloweentown kids have taken off their human suits. And it's where we're all learning a valuable lesson, because the kids are like, well, he's a werewolf, but he's also the best. What is his position on the team? A halfback or something?
I don't. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, he's the best. We'll say quarterback. He's the best quarterback we've ever had. And, and the troll is so smart. Like, everyone's like, oh, yeah, they're different, but like, they're also really
because
nice.
they can benefit us. They're good.
We've learned a lesson.
It's a really great lesson to learn.
We've learned a lesson. And Marnie and Cody ride off into the already set sun.
And they kiss.
That's right.
Maybe.
And we never have to hear from Halloweentown again.
Sure.
Let's take a break. Thanks, Aaron, for carrying most of that. We're back.
Decom Descendants.
Okay. I don't like magic, but you're hot. So it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Too much time in the freak lounge.
Yeah, there is a
You and me both,
subplot
brother.
with the brother and Kelsey from High School Musical, who is a troll. He really likes her because she's smart and nerdy, but then
she's a troll.
he finds out that she's this pink troll.
And she thought he was
so
ugly the whole time.
He thinks that her as troll, not cute. She thinks him as human, not cute. So they decide to be friends who hold hands.
Yeah, just classic hand-holding friends in high school.
I love that. Platonic
hand-holding friends.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's time for overtime, so we're talking about how this movie aged over time. I got some letterbox reviews if you would like.
Would love.
Emily says 2 stars. Lucas Grabeel wears 1 hat. Me points to the TV. Ryan Evans cameo. Cameron says 1.5 stars. Look, when I sign up to watch a movie called Halloweentown High, I expect to see a high school in freaking Halloweentown.
That's fair.
So fair.
Yeah. The fairest.
KI says 2 stars. When are they going to learn not to trust men? So true.
That's funny.
Gets them again every time.
Yeah.
Sam says 2.5 stars. Kids don't die often in DComs, but I wouldn't be sad if Dylan went missing.
Which one's Dylan?
The
Brother.
brother.
Oh, yeah.
3.5 stars from Ashley, who says the final Halloweentown. There isn't another. I don't care what the internet says.
Oh, wow.
Let's share our thoughts on this movie. Aaron, you are the Halloweentown aficionado.
Big Halloweentown stan.
What are your thoughts on Halloweentown High?
This one's a confusing review for me because, I love Kimberly J Brown. I still follow her on social media as her and Daniel from Halloweentown 2. They're married. Did you know?
You won't let me forget it.
He's tried.
Big fan of Halloweentown. These movies mean a lot to me. I watch at least one of them every Halloween. And I like this movie and I enjoy this movie, but I also don't like this movie.
Yeah.
And just have a lot of questions, but it's hard too because I do believe in my mind this is the final Halloweentown movie.
You don't care what the internet says either.
I don't care what the internet says either. There might be another one called Return to Halloweentown. I've seen it, I think, twice. It just makes me mad. Couldn't even really tell you the plot. It's just not Halloweentown. So this is tough because it's got so many classic DCOM actors in it. It brings back all of the Cromwell family. It's a fun premise, but now that we've rewatched all three of these movies, the amount of time we actually spend in Halloweentown is kind of disappointing to me. Like this movie doesn't take
crazy.
None of this movie takes place in Halloweentown. And yeah, I don't like. I kind of wish, like, I know the overall lesson they were trying to teach us with bringing Halloweentown students to the mortal realm, but I personally would have just liked another movie in Halloweentown, some more hijinks. Like, I don't know. For a series called Halloweentown, we spent surprising little time in Halloweentown.
Yeah, none.
So, yeah, it's fun. There's hijinks. I like this movie. We get Ryan and Kelsey from High School Musical. Cody goes on to have a really impressive acting career. We get to see Debbie Reynolds one more time. But, yeah, I don't know. It's a tough movie for me to rank because 14-year-old me loves this movie, but 34-year-old me is unsure.
You said it, Aaron. This movie is everything I don't like about Halloweentown, namely most of the characters not being in Halloweentown. Halloweentown is a great place to be. It's fun. Yeah, I'm always impressed when we're there, and the fact that they said that's not the thing that pulls people into these movies, right? Surely it's
no way.
It's just the fun relationships between the family that brings people in. It was a gross, to me at least, a gross misrepresentation of why people like these movies. I was very sad that we didn't spend any time in Halloweentown, and that's a bummer. And so this movie is not very hard for me to rank because I didn't really enjoy it, and because I was mad every minute we spent in the mortal world was a minute we weren't spending in Halloweentown,
which is all
and that sucks. Yeah. Halloweentown's awesome, so unfortunate. Dan?
Yeah, it just feels like they're phoning it in here, and I hate that because I think the first Halloweentown is one of the most original.
Who's phoning it in more, Halloweentown 3 or Xenon 3?
Xenon 3, okay, by a mile. Because I do think that while Kimberly J Brown is kind of phoning it in here, she's still really great. And I think I don't have all of that nostalgia that Aaron does, but I can at least understand Kimberly J Brown being, if not the best, one of the best actors that were in these DCOMs. She's still giving a good performance. And you do have to honor that, even though this movie is called Halloweentown and there is no Halloweentown. We've all said it. That means probably a big deal. It's probably a sticking point for us. Yeah, the message it gets lost completely. If you want this movie to be a message about accepting people for who they are, not what they look like, it's the worst possible way to do it. It's a mess of a movie. There's good performances in it, but it's not a good movie. And have I mentioned it's called Halloweentown and they aren't in Halloweentown? Yeah, all of these movies since the first one feel a little bit like a little bit more of a lesser carbon copy of the original one. Like the original one was very original. And then they all have these big showdowns at the end. They all have somebody who's actually evil, and all of them feel like a worse version of the previous one. So that's my take is all the actors are there and they are doing their thing, but this movie is so diluted from what it originally was. It's not even a Halloweentown. So super disappointing. Not angry, just disappointed.
It's time to make our list. It's where we talk about where this movie is ending up on our list of our rankings. And then we share our top 10s. Aaron?
Mm-hmm. All that being said, this movie is probably going to rank a little bit higher on my list than either of yours.
That's fair.
Just for the pure nostalgia of it. And I do...
You love it. I love Men in Black. Men in Black 2, people hate that movie. And I'm like, still like it. Don't care. I think that there's some nostalgia there that,
I spent a lot of time trying to rank this yesterday because it's not a great movie, but I would probably choose to rewatch it over a lot of DComs just because it's part of the series that I love so much. Bless you.
Thank you.
I've been trying to think with these points that we've made, like what a better version of this movie is. And I do wish there had been, the whole point is that this portal has been open for a year. And I almost wish we had kind of maybe skipped over the lesson of integrating and maybe just shown up a year later.
Or
people traveling back and forth, and then there's some conflict.
Yeah, have
in Halloweentown,
people from Earth or the Mortal Realm go to Halloweentown High. That and have teachers that don't look like them. That is a movie.
Well, it's, like I'm saying is like, don't do this whole, the portal's been open for a year. We've never discussed it. Now let's learn a lesson about crossing over. Like, let's just pick up a year later where the portal's been open for a year. We have already learned this lesson. You don't need to teach me it. I just want a movie in Halloweentown that is just hijinks. Like, give me some fun Halloweentown High hijinks. Mystery. Yeah, there can be a ton happening. I'm sure crazy shenanigans are happening in Halloweentown all the time just based on Halloweentown. But for like Halloweentown being so iconic, it, you know, the square with the giant pumpkin, like all these sets that we've grown to love, the fact that we don't even get a glimpse of them is really like, thinking back on it, actually thinking about this movie as a movie it's frustrating. And I'm maybe now talking myself out of my ranking, but
where'd you have
it? So I have it at 24.
Okay. And then where do you have 2?
I have 2 at 20.
Okay. And then you have 1 at 10?
Top 10 has moved.
Okay. All right.
Top 10's moved.
Top 10's moved, everybody.
In trying to rank Halloweentown 3.
There it is. Very late, but it was there. Top 10's moved, everybody.
We good?
There we go.
I don't have headphones. I don't know what's happening. When I edit out Dan's address, I'll go back and listen.
Perfect.
That was 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
That's right.
Yeah. So just thinking about the first Halloweentown, just how much fun it was, how much effort they put into the set and the makeup, not relying on CGI and computer tricks, like really immersing you in that world. That movie has moved up. But then I felt bad that it would bump Scream Team out. Because I really did like Scream Team. So we've bumped Miracle in Lane 2
That's
out.
the move. Yeah. That's the move. I love that.
So Miracle Lane 2, you were great. We learned a fun lesson. I got
great
emotional.
Speech. Yeah.
Brother feels. Shout out to JJ.
Brother of the week, Brian.
I'm gonna go with.
God, this is you. We had a meeting.
I'll go with Pat.
Pat, there it is. 8 weeks in a row. Pat,
my gray brother shout out of the week is gonna go to Josh, just because I've seen him within the last week.
That's right. It's got to be Josh. Gray brother shout out of the week is Josh. Any of the Gray family, really, it's Josh this week, right?
Well, I mean, Caitlin first, Brand second, Josh third.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Do you have a brother shout out?
Jim. Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Jim, I know you're listening every week, buddy. Love you.
Hey, JJ does listen every week.
Love you, Jimbo.
So anyway, number 10, Scream Team. 9, Halloweentown. 8, Get a Clue. 7, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off. 6, Phantom of the Megaplex. 5, Smart House. 4, Johnny Tsunami. 3, Right on Track. 2, Cadet Kelly. And 1, Motocross.
This movie is premiering at 44 on my list.
Yikes a bikes. 44, Brand.
That's not what I said.
I mean, I'm close to that, but
it's behind
bottom 10.
It's behind Horse Sense at 43. It's right ahead of Ring of Endless Light, though, which is a movie that I just haven't thought about in quite some time.
Those are the 2 movies that are close to it on my list.
So there you go.
You know, when Misha talks to dolphins.
For reference, Halloweentown 2 is at 33 on my list, and Halloweentown regulars at 22. So I'm just not as high on the Halloweentown movies as everybody else is. And so there you go. My top 10, Look at the Irish 10, Phantom 9, Full Court Miracle 8, Smart House 7, Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off sliding in at 6, Cadet Kelly at 10, Hut 5, Get a Clue at 4, Motocrossed at 3, Johnny Tsunami at number 2, and at number 1, the greatest movie of all time, Team Poppin' Suds. Brink.
Cool, man. Halloweentown High at 40 for me.
Hey.
40. Halloweentown 2, 36.
Okay.
I didn't think that this one was that much worse than 2, but it is worse than 2 because I don't know if I've mentioned this, but no Halloweentown. And then Halloweentown 1 jumps all the way from 36 at 2 at number 10
Wow.
for me. So huge quality jump for me from the second one to the first
Quality jump.
I also feel like the first and second one have actual stakes.
Yeah.
And the third one, I was like, the knights are not.
But
I'm not scared of any of these.
I feel like I was more bored in the second one than the third one.
That's fair. I just
So
think
that
in the
was
first and second one, the villain is a little bit better.
Correct. Would agree.
The knights were. The fact that they're walking around and clanking armor just I wasn't scared.
There was a weird
Wasn't scared of them.
the time travel element of 2. Not time travel, but like portal. Like they had to
Yes.
go.
Oh
into
yeah,
these
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
weird. It was
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, I don't like
Wasn't
that part of it.
All right. Top 10. Halloweentown at 10. Full Court Miracle at 9. Scream Team at 8. Get a Clue at 7. Eddie's $1 Million Cook-Off at 6. Phantom of the Megaplex at 5. Cadet Kelly 4. Mom's Got a Date with a Vampire 3. Johnny Tsunami 2. Motocross number 1. Still the best.
There you go. Come on back next week for Dwayne's final decom. Now you see it.
Now you see it.
Rest in peace, Dwayne. Really excited about that one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So come on back, will you? Until then,
Decoms all the time.
Will you? Okay.
Decom Descendants is a Bramble Jam podcast produced in that Greenville, South Carolina at the Bramble Jam Podcast Network Studios by Brandon Gray. For more information on us, follow us on the socials at Decom Descendants. Go to the web, decompodcast.com. To watch us watch these movies in real time, go to BrambleJamPlus.com. Dwayne dead?
I don't know.